28 years with the UN. And then during those 28 years, you can imagine how many countries I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I was appointed from one country to another, and then finally I ended up being, after my last 5 years, I was in Senegal as regional director. I was covering the Sahelian area. After having covered the Sahel region, I retired. I did 5 years then, and then retired. After retiring, I could not go back to Ethiopia. I could not come.
Why? Do you mind me asking?
We had a communist regime here.
Okay.
And leave alone coming, but even we were scared of flying over it.
Yeah.
So I left. I took the family to Canada. Canada offered me. I went there as what? As an investor.
Investor.
I got the residence very quickly. And in the meantime, also this country was being overthrown by a man called Mallas and his team. And gradually, they succeeded in overtaking the government. And peace came back. We could breathe a little. And within 20 years, Ethiopia changed.
Yeah.
It's just like a dead person.
A rebirth. Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Surtout, on ne pouvait pas sortir ni entrer during, non. Au temps du Derg, c'était difficile d'obtenir le visa de sortie. Donc on a dit, tant qu'il y a cette histoire, un problème de sortir et d'entrer, on ne va pas résider à l'Éthiopie. Juste quand ça a changé, on est rentré, parce qu'après tout, c'est notre pays, et puis tout allait bien pour nous.
C'est ça.
So, with these friends, they said, what should we do? We can't sit down and watch. So we decided to do something about it. What? For the time being, you know, we all looked in our pocket. Let's contribute and start to buy a place, an area where we can grow nurseries and plant different types of trees that are suitable to Ethiopia, quick growing, multi-purpose trees, and make a small revolution of our own. And then there we went, working, and then came aid, Ethiopian aid, foreign aid, and with that we established what we call Greener Ethiopia, and we have had a very, very strong support of the former president, whom I knew in the government. He really gave us strong support. And then we started moving, and within a period of 10 years, we planted 24 million,
26 million.
50 million,
Wait, did you just say
26 million.
26 million trees?
Million?
This is, yeah, million.
And this is the GSP.
Wow.
And
Wow.
this is the recorded thing. The trees are there.
15 years.
Some changes
Yeah,
have been
15
going
years.
on. But now, how do we do this? We never bought any land. The communities gave us the land. And on that land, we started planting the nurseries and distribute this to that area. After having done this, we move to another area and do the same thing. Go from one area to the other. And as I said, within 10 years, we did some 23 million. And right now, financially, we're very weak.
Really?
But work is being done.
How many people are involved in this program?
The organization has about 6-7 people on a permanent basis, but it's not, we don't work by ourselves. We work with local government. We have communities. We work directly with the communities. And then with the Department of Agriculture, academic institutions, and so on, like to give training to the community people on how to take care of the degraded soil, how to maintain the plants, and we also teach them how to make money without impacting the environment adversely. You know, agroforestry, where you plant fruit trees, where they sell the fruit, but the trees are there. Apiculture, where they have bees to cultivate honey. Different things like this. Instead of grazing with the cattle, they grow fodder and they cut and take and feed the cattle that way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So these are the different types of things. We do it on a location by location, see what, we do a need assessment of a particular location, look at how the community lives. Usually, you know, one of the damaging things is people use wood for fuel.
Yeah, it's
Charcoal.
terrible.
Yeah.
In Haiti,
Charcoal.
Yeah.
when she's coming from,
Exactly.
it's like
It's the same thing.
So we try to do wood lots. We allocate specific areas of the community's land for fast-growing charcoal wood.
Trees. And that
So
they
they-
can chop down themselves and
Yeah,
then
and
it
it will
grows back.
replenish itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have 1.25 million seedlings already growing that we will distribute. We have, we're negotiating with Ethiopian Airlines to do 7 million trees over the coming 2 to 3 years. So we actually want to do it on a larger scale, but obviously, you know, finding resources, because we're not a money generating entity. So we depend on help from other people. So we have a deal with one of the government organizations. We are negotiating right now. We have done Ethiopian Airlines. Ethiopian Airlines has a campaign they call 1 tree per passenger. It's like for your 1 LED per.
One LED sold, one LED.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I
You
did.
probably heard
I
the,
did.
Ethiopian
I did.
Airlines, for every passenger they fly, they will plant a tree in Ethiopia.
that's good. That's good.
That's
So it's
And
the
we
price
will
is
plant
included in
those
the.
things.
And you guys have been doing the work.
We
Well,
have
is that
been
a ticket?
planting.
When do you plan on slowing
I
down?
don't know. I don't know how they.
Excuse me?
When do you plan on slowing
So
down?
Nominal.
I'm not slowing down.
Good. It seemed like you're speeding up.
You know, I was going to retire, frankly, because of
Four
this.
birr,
They came, they,
less than 20 cents.
I was so
So for them, it's they
emotional
don't even have to
when they,
think about it.
when they told me they want, you know, to continue, that I have decided to stay.
yes.
And I tell you, this is probably the happiest thing that has happened to me
Yes.
in my whole agricultural career.
And do you since you are doing that
I should have studied
You have a
forestry,
specific expertise
but no need
that you
because
can,
I know all about it.
share.
Right
But it's
now.
also in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
It's in you.
with another country,
It's your calling.
it's
Sure.
ambitious.
Okay,
And
Do a lot
now
of training.
we're going stronger and
Local
stronger.
government,
okay.
And he was telling you that
particular district.
we are producing the seedlings.
Yes.
You know who produces the seedlings? Women.
Conservation, water conservation.
They're all
I
women.
love it.
We
I
we
love it.
You
recruit
don't have any man in this.
I love it.
because they are so sincere,
Yes.
so devoted.
Women.
They look
Yes.
after the nursery
Yes.
just like they're babies.
Fantastic.
It's interesting that you should say this because it seems like it's somewhat the theme of our week is the promotion of women.
Yeah.
I've been, from the time I was on the plane, I met a lady who immediately, she and I were looking at each other, and then she's like, do you mind if I come sit with you? And I said, absolutely, and we started talking. And she's a teacher at the American school here, and she's also a soccer coach. And I said, do you have girls on your team? And she's like, absolutely, those are my girls. And I was like, so you promote women too? And she's like, yes. And we started talking, and I'm going to meet with her actually tomorrow we're going
I was
to
telling
meet with her.
about our
Yes.
nursery.
And-
They're all women.
I
You
love
know
it.
what? In the old days, I used to hear this expression: if you give one tree to a man, the first thing he thinks about doing is cutting it down and burning it or something. If you give it to a woman, she's likely to nurture it and grow and use the fruit or something.